Before we begin, if you enjoy well-researched historical documentaries, consider subscribing. Every week we explore the events, empires, and people that shaped our world. London in 1666 was one of Europe's busiest cities. Around 80,000 people lived within its ancient walls. Its narrow streets were crowded with merchants, laborers, craftsmen, and sailors from across the world. But beneath the city's prosperity lay a dangerous problem. Most buildings were made almost entirely of timber. Many upper floors extended over the streets, nearly touching buildings on the opposite side. A fire starting in one house could quickly leap across the road. Open fireplaces burned day and night. Candles lit homes after sunset. Bakeries, breweries, and blacksmith workshops operated in constant heat. To make matters worse, the summer of 1666 had been unusually hot and dry. The city had become a giant pile of dry wood waiting for a spark. No one knew that the spark was only hours away. Shortly after midnight on September 2nd, 1666, a fire broke out inside the bakery of Thomas Fariner on Porden Lane. Most of the family escaped through an upstairs window. One servant reportedly became trapped inside. At first, nobody imagined the fire would become one of history's most famous disasters. Small fires were common in London. Most were extinguished before sunrise. But this fire was different. Powerful easterly wind pushed flame from one wooden building to another. Within hours, entire streets were burning. As frightened residents rushed to save their belongings, panic spread faster than the fire itself. By sunrise, the fire had become uncontrollable. The intense heat created walls of flame that swallowed homes one after another. People fled carrying furniture, clothing, food, and whatever valuable they could rescue. Some escaped across the River Thames by boats, others crowded into open fields beyond the city walls. The usual method of stopping fire was to demolish nearby buildings and create empty space called fire breaks. But cities officially hesitated. Every delay allowed the flame to even grow stronger. Eventually, King Charles II ordered more aggressive action. Soldiers used gunpowder to blow up buildings ahead of the fire. The explosions finally slowed its advance. One of the most heartbreaking moments came when the St. Paul Cathedral caught fire. Many believed its thick stone walls would protect it. Instead, the enormous wooden scaffolding surrounding the cathedral ignited. Soon, molten lead poured from the lake. The magnificent cathedral collapsed into ruins. By the time the fire finally ended on September 6, much of the medieval London had disappeared. More than 13,000 homes had been destroyed. Over 80 churches were gone. Government buildings, businesses, and an entire neighborhood had vanished. Around 70,000 people were left homeless. Although only a small number of deaths were officially recorded, many historians believe in real toll may never be known. The fire devastated London, but it also transformed it. New laws required buildings in the city center to be constructed mainly from brick and stone instead of timber. Streets were widened to reduce the risk of future fires. Architect Christopher Wren helped redesign many important buildings, including the new St. Paul Cathedral, which still dominates London's skyline today. The city that emerged from the ashes was safer, stronger, and better prepared for the future. The Great Fire of London was one of history's most destructive urban disasters. It destroyed a city, displaced tens of thousands of people, and erased centuries of medieval architecture. Yet from that devastation came renewal. Today, the streets of London still bear the legacy of those 4 days in September 1666. The disaster reshaped how cities were built and protected, leaving lessons that continue to influence the urban planning around the world. History often remembers the great fires for what they destroyed, but sometimes the greatest legacy is what they inspire people to rebuild. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next journey through history.